Om Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Kamam krodam bayam sneham aikyam sohridame vacha nityam haro vidhadato yantitam mayatam hite. Translation: persons who constantly direct their lust, anger, fear, protective affection, feeling of impersonal oneness, or friendship towards Hari are sure to become absorbed in thought of him. Lord Krishna is pure spiritual existence, and those who somehow or other become attached to him, absorbed in thoughts of him, rise to the spiritual platform. This is the absolute nature of the Lord's personal association. With this verse, Sukadeva Goswami answers King Parikshit's question about the Gopis. After all, Sukadeva had begun to narrate Krishna's most intimate pastime, the Rasa dance, and Parikshit is cooperating to remove the doubts of others who are hearing or who in the future may hear this astonishing story. Srila Madhvacharya has quoted a statement from the Skanda Purana that emphatically declares persons like the Gopis to be liberated souls beyond the pale of material illusion. Bhaktyahi nitya kamitvam natu muktim vinabhavet ata kima taya vapi muktir bhakti matam haro. Eternal conjugal attraction to Krishna, expressed in pure devotional service, cannot develop in one who is not already liberated. Thus, those who are devoted to Lord Hari, even in conjugal attraction, are already liberated. Srila Madhvacharya then quotes from the Padma Purana to clarify the essential point that one cannot be liberated simply by lusting after Lord Krishna, but rather only by possessing conjugal attraction in pure devotional service. Sneha bhakta sada deva kametsena apsara striya kaschit kaschin nakamena bhaktya kevalayeva tu. The demigods are always affectionately devoted to the Lord, and the young ladies of heaven, called apsaras, have lusty feelings towards him, although some of them have pure devotion for him, untainted by material lust. Only these latter apsaras are ready for liberation, because without bona fide devotional service, one cannot possibly achieve liberation. Thus, devotional service is not yogyam or appropriate unless free from material lust. One should not take cheaply the Gopis' achievement of personal association with Lord Krishna in a conjugal relationship. To show the gravity of direct relationship with the Lord, Srila Madhvacharya has quoted the following verses from the Varaha Purana. Patitvena striyo pasyo brahmana me pateti cha Prapita mahatayan yesham tridasanam janardanaha. The goddess Lakshmi worships Lord Janardhan as her husband. Lord Brahma worships him as his father, and the other demigods worship him as their grandfather. Prapita maho me Bhagavan iti sarva janashyatu Guru Sri Brahmano Vishnu Suranam cha Gurur Guru. Thus, people in general should think the Supreme Lord is my great-grandfather. Lord Vishnu is the spiritual master of Brahma, and thus the guru of the demigods. Gurur Brahmasya Jagato Daivam Vishnu Sanatanaha Iti Evo Pasanam Karyam Nanyatatu Katanchanaha. Brahma is the spiritual master of the universe, and Vishnu is the eternally worshipable deity. With this understanding, and not otherwise, one should worship the Lord. Would someone else like to take over reading?
The above injunctions apply to Sarvajana, all people in general. Thus, one should follow these injunctions until one achieves the exalted platform of intimate relationship with the Supreme Lord. There is abundant evidence that the Gopis of Vrindavan were highly elevated, liberated souls, and thus their pastimes with Krishna are pure spiritual affairs. Keeping this in mind, we can truly understand this chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Okay, that's the end of the verse. All right, so, yes, an important verse. So, let's read the translation again. Persons who constantly direct their lust, anger, fear, protective affection, feeling of impersonal oneness, or friendship towards Lord Hari are sure to become absorbed in thought of him. So we're told this is how Sukadeva Goswami is answering Maharaj Parikshit's question about the Gopis, right? Do you remember the question? The question was, how is it the Gopis could have so much attachment to Krishna? How is it they had so much attachment to Krishna when I'm forgetting the question.
I think, Guru Maharaj, it was that, the Gopis did not look at Krishna as the Supreme Lord. And so...
Yeah, they knew Krishna only as their lover, right?
Yeah.
So how could these girls, when they're thinking of him in that way, it's like material, that their minds were caught in the ways that they were thinking him in a materialistic manner as a lover. How could they free themselves from material attachment? So this is Sukadeva Goswami's answer, that people who have that, who are constantly, they're thinking of Krishna in some particular way, constantly, sometimes angry, lusty, fear, different things, different ways. But because they're constantly thinking of the Lord, they're sure to become absorbed in thought of him. Well, if they're constantly thinking of the Lord, then yes, they will be in thought of him. Anyway, the point is made about the position of the Gopis, that they're not ordinary souls, that they're liberated souls. We're hearing this point again and again, that the exalted position of these Gopis from their past lives, how they achieved that position to become cowherd girls in Vrindavan and to take part in the pastimes of Lord Krishna. So it's explained in the purport how in order to be able to think of Krishna like that, you have to be you have to be a liberated soul. Without being a liberated soul, you won't be able to absorb your mind in thinking of Krishna all the time. Right? There's the quote here from Padma Purana, that one cannot be liberated just by lusting after Lord Krishna, but only by possessing conjugal attraction in pure devotional service. So the lust for Krishna is not material, it's pure devotion. And then the purport goes on to tell us about the Apsaras. Apsaras, they're famous they're a heavenly planet. There's a planet where Apsaras are, and there's beautiful young ladies there, and they have lusty feelings towards the Lord. So they have lusty feelings. Naturally, he's so attractive and he's so powerful and has everything to attract young ladies. So they have lusty feelings towards him, but some of them have pure devotion. Some of them have, obviously then, if only some of them have pure devotion, the others don't have pure devotion. So the others, their attraction towards the Lord is material lust. But some of the Apsaras have pure devotion, so they're ready for liberation. And only these Apsaras are ready for liberation. Without bona fide devotional service, one cannot achieve liberation. So we have to perform bona fide devotional service. And that devotional service should be pure, right? It should be without any material desire. So we have to understand the exalted position of the Gopis. And then we're given these verses where they talk about the relationship that Lakshmi worships the Lord as her husband, and Brahma worships the Lord as his father, and then the demigods, they worship the Lord as their grandfather. And then people in general, they should think of the Lord as their great-grandfather. And Vishnu is the guru of Brahma, and so he's the guru of the demigods. Because Brahma is the guru of the demigods, and Vishnu is the guru of Brahma. So in this way, we should worship the Lord. So in order to have that intimate relationship with the Lord, we have to come to that. We have to have that qualification. And the qualification is a liberated soul. But to be a liberated soul, you have to engage in pure devotional service. And then we can understand how Krishna's pastimes are pure spiritual affairs. So this is important for devotees. Common people, they have no knowledge about this. And they simply think of the Rasa Lila as some display of lust between young people. We should understand how it's the highest spiritual exchange. It's performed on the highest spiritual platform. Okay, we can go on, or any question? I remember there's one verse which says, in order to be if you use your body, mind, and words in the service of the Supreme Lord, then you are a liberated soul. Ihayasya haredashe karmana manasakira nikhilaspapi avastastu jivan mukta sauchate. So jivan mukta, liberated souls, they use their body, mind, and words, all in the service of the Supreme Lord. So this was the Gopis. They were on this platform. They were doing pure devotional service. They were liberated. They had no lusty desires, no material desires, and they could get the association of Lord Krishna. No material lust. But they desired to love Krishna. They desired to love Krishna because Krishna wanted that. He wanted that loving exchange. All right? Someone can take 16.
Hare Krishna. Na chevam vismayah karyo bhavata bhavate jay yogeshware Krishne yata etad uchyate vimuchyate. You should not be so astonished by Krishna, the unborn master of all masters of mystic power. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, after all, it is the Lord who liberates this world. Purport. Parikshit Maharaj should not have been so astonished that Lord Krishna's so-called romantic affairs are in fact meant to liberate the entire universe. After all, that is the Lord's purpose, to bring all conditioned souls back home, back to Godhead, for an eternal life of bliss and knowledge. The Lord's conjugal affairs with the Gopis fit in very nicely with that program, because we, who are actually lusty in material consciousness, can be purified and liberated by hearing of them. In first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.33, Narad Muni states, Amayo yascha bhutanam jayate yena suvratah tade bhamyam vidravam na punati chikitsatam. O good soul, does not a thing applied therapeutically curse a disease that was caused by that very same thing? Thus, Krishna's romantic affairs, being pure, spiritual activities, will curse those who hear about them of the disease of material lust.
Cure them.
Sorry,
curse.
Will cure those who hear about them of the disease of material lust.
All right. So this verse is quoted from the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Narada Muni was instructing Vyasadeva about how you can use a thing therapeutically to cure a disease. Well, the example is given like you may have indulged in milk products, and you take too much milk products, sometimes you can get loose motions. So in order to cure that, you want to cool down the body. and the good thing to take is yogurt. So the disease was caused by milk products, but the disease can be cured by milk product, right? If taking things like hot milk and kheer and things like that, you can get the loose motions. But when you take yogurt, then it cools down the body. So the same thing, but it's curing the disease. So the same way, we're all affected by the material world, and the material lust is there. Our consciousness has to be purified, and our purification can come about by hearing about Lord Krishna's pastimes, how there can be pure love. When we think of love in the material world, it's a very mundane, gross thing. But love in the spiritual world, it's the highest thing. So hearing about Krishna's pastimes can relieve us from the burning lust and agitation of the material world. All right?
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Ta drastvantikam ayanya Bhagavan Raja Yashoda avatat vadatam shresto vacha preshar vimochayam. Yam. Translation. Seeing that the girls of Braja that are Hare Krishna. Seeing that the girls of Braja had arrived, Lord Krishna, the best speakers, greeted them with charming words that bewildered their minds. But having established the spiritual nature of Gopis' love for the Krishna, Sukadeva Goswami proceeds that his narration.
Okay, go ahead.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Swagatam Vo Mahabhaga Priyam Krim Karavani Vaha Rajayasya Mayam Kachit Rutagaman Karanam. Translation. Lord Krishna said, O most fortunate ladies, welcome. What may I do to please you? Is everything well in Braja? Please tell me the reason for your coming here. But Lord Krishna knew perfectly well why the Gopis had come in fact. He had called them with the romantic melodies of his flute. So Krishna was simply teasing the Gopis by asking them, why have you come here so quickly? Is something wrong in town? Why have you come here anyway? What do you want? The Gopis were Krishna's young lovers, and therefore these questions certainly bewildered them, for they had responded to Krishna's call with the simple mentality of enjoying conjugal love with him. Hare Krishna.
All right, so Lord Krishna had called the Gopis, playing on his flute. The Gopis heard the sound of Lord Krishna's flute, and they thought, Krishna's calling us. And in this way, they left everything, came running to him. And when they get there, then Lord Krishna talks to them like this. Oh, why have you come so quickly? Is something wrong? Why have you come here? What do you want? So this bewildering the minds of the Gopis, because they understood Krishna was calling them. They were responding. And they come with the desire to enjoy some pastimes with Krishna. But he's putting the brakes on them.
Why does he do that, Guru Maharaj?
Well, he wants to see how they're going to respond, right? He wants to bring... He
wants to get a reaction from them, is it?
It's the loving feelings, you know, it's for his enjoyment. Krishna enjoys it by bewildering the minds of the gopis. And the gopis, they're just instruments in the service of Krishna. They wanted to please Krishna. Krishna's enjoying with them. Joking words. It gives him more pleasure like this.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Okay, text 19. Rajanyaesha Gora Rupa Gora Sattva Nishebita Pratiyata Brajanneha Steyam Stribi Sumatyama. This night is quite frightening, and frightening creatures are lurking about. Return to Braja, slender-waisted girls. This is not a proper place for women. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has written the following charming commentary on this verse. The gopis thought, alas, alas, even after shattering our family responsibilities, our sobriety and our shame, and enjoying us day after day, and after now dragging us here by the sound of his flute, he's asking us why we have come. As the gopis cast sidelong glances at one another, the Lord said, if you try to tell me that you have come to get night-blooming flowers to use in the worship of God, and that it is these flowers you are looking at with your sidelong glances, I will have to reject your excuse as unacceptable, since neither the time, place, nor persons involved are appropriate. This is the Lord's meaning of the verse beginning, Rajani. He might have said, even though there is abundant moonlight, this time of night is very fearsome because many snakes, scorpions, and other dangerous creatures, too small for you to see, are lying beneath the creepers, roots, and twigs. Therefore, this time is unsuitable for gathering flowers. And not only the time, but also this place is unsuitable for you to gather flowers. Because at night, terrible creatures such as tigers are abroad here. Therefore, you should go back to Braj. But the gopis may object. Let us just rest for a few minutes, and then we will go. Then the Lord might reply, women shouldn't remain in this kind of place. In other words, because of the time and place, it is wrong for persons like yourself to stay here even for a moment. Furthermore, by the word sumadhyamaha, O slender-waisted ones, the Lord implied, you are beautiful young girls, and I am a beautiful young boy, because you are all very chaste, and I am a brahmachari, as confirmed by the words Krishna brahmachari in the Shruti, Gopala Tapani Upanishad. There should be no fault in our being in the same place. Nonetheless, the mind can never be trusted, neither yours nor my own. The Lord's inner eagerness thus hinted at is obvious if we read his words between the lines as follows. If out of shyness you cannot tell me the reason you've come, then don't speak. I already know it anyway. So just listen as I tell it to you. Thus the Lord speaks the words beginning Rajani. The following statement by Krishna is based on an alternative meaning of the verse, derived when the Sanskrit words are separated in a different way. The alternative separation, according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, would be Rajani Esha Agora Rupa Agora Sattva Nishevitai Pratiyate Brajamna Ihasteyam Striyabi Sumadhyamaha. Through Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti's commentary, Krishna now explains the meaning of this division of words. Someone else like to read?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I'll read. The pervasive moonshine has made this night appear not at all fearsome, and therefore this forest is populated by harmless creatures such as deer, agora sattve, or else by animals such as tigers that are harmless because of Vrindavan's naturally non-violent atmosphere. Consequently, this night should not frighten you, or else Krishna may have meant you should not be afraid of your own husbands and other relatives, because the night being populated by fearsome animals, they will not come near this place. Therefore, please do not go back to Vraja, na pratiyata, but stay here in my company. Iha stayam. The gopis may ask the Lord, how are you staying here? The Lord answers with women. But are you satisfied to keep just any women in your company? The Lord replies to this with the word sumadhyamaha, meaning only women who are young and beautiful, who have slender waists, namely yourselves, should stay here with me and not others. Thus, we can appreciate that Krishna's statements are full of considerate as well neglectful sentiments. Krishna's words are certainly brilliant because, according to the rules of Sanskrit grammar, they may be understood in either of two opposite ways. In the first case, as translated above, Lord Krishna continues to tease the gopis by telling them the night is dangerous and inauspicious and that they should go home. But Krishna is simultaneously saying exactly the opposite, namely that there is absolutely no reason for the gopis to fear coming to the Lord, that the night is quite auspicious and that the girls should under no circumstances go back home. Thus, Lord Krishna simultaneously teases and enchants the gopis with his words.
Oh.
Even I'm also
Huh?
puzzled. Even I'm puzzled.
Yeah.
What two opposite statements? Yeah.
Yes. So of course that is the beauty of the Sanskrit language, that the words can be used in different ways. So Lord Krishna is very expert and using these different words to convey different meanings. And by the help of these acharyas, where it's revealed to us how there's different meanings, different ways of understanding what Lord Krishna is saying. There's two, and the two different meanings are quite opposite to each other. So on one hand, Lord Krishna is saying to them, that why are you coming here? It's so dangerous. Tigers, wild animals, and small creatures like snakes and scorpions that you can't see. They're on the ground and they can bite you. You can be, you can die from these kind of things. But on the other hand, the verse could be understood to be saying that it's quite suitable that you've come here to this place, because this is Vrindavan. So even though there are animals like tigers, but in Vrindavan, the tigers don't kill, because Vrindavan is a very special place. There's no violence there among the animals in Vrindavan. And then other reasons like they say that the moonlight, although it's a dark night, the moonlight has made it not so that there's nothing to fear. The light of the moon brightens everything. So there's nothing to be frightened of. And you don't have to be afraid of your husband and other relatives, because they won't come to this place because they will be afraid. They know there's many fearsome animals here, so they won't want to come here looking for you. So in one way you could understand that Krishna is saying, do not go back. But when you read the verse the other way, Krishna is saying, go back. You should go back. Why you've come here? So this is Lord Krishna showing his brilliance in presenting words to the Gopis. How to understand them? How should the Gopis understand them? He's saying things which are exactly the opposite. There's no reason for the Gopis to fear coming to the Lord. The night is auspicious, so the girl shouldn't go home. But at the same time, it can mean Krishna saying very dangerous, you should go home, why you've come here. So Lord Krishna is both teasing and enchanting the Gopis. This is how Krishna enjoys. Okay, very wonderful to hear these things. Any questions on this?
Yeah, certainly these words will make the Gopis feel more love for Krishna, no? Because he's teasing them also, and he's enchanting them. So it's gonna make them love him even more.
Yeah.
Guru Maharaj, there was this reference here that Krishna is a brahmachari.
Yes.
It's mentioned in Gopal Tapani Upanishad, and I think even Bhishma Dev says this.
Yeah, Bhishma Dev also said Krishna. He said people praise Bhishma because he's a brahmachari, but he said Krishna is the greatest brahmachari because Lord Krishna could be with the beautiful gopis and he could remain undisturbed. He's not he's not overwhelmed by the situation. There's no lust. There's no desire for sense gratification like that in him, even when he's with the most beautiful women. So Lord Krishna was praised as being the greatest brahmachari by Bhishma.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
But Maharaji, but he got married, right? Later.
Yes, later on.
Mhm.
But in Braja, he was a brahmachari.
Okay, Braja is, yeah.
He got married in Dwarka.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So how age is Krishna in Vrindavan?
What age was he? Well,
他几岁？在
well,
文达文。
Krishna lives in he stays in Vrindavan up till he's like 11 years and 8 months or something.
Oh, thank you. Maharaj, so for this verse, we are the color level, but sometimes we are very attitude, like we 很热情. Sometimes we also lady. So how we know we can really 跟 Krishna 联谊，还是就是我们好好的读书，然后有一天就可以理解了。
Well, you have to have full control over your mind and senses. You want to read, you want to fully understand, you want to know more and understand Krishna more, we have to practice hearing about Krishna more and more. We have to hear about Krishna and we have to chant his glories. Right?
Thank you.
It will take some time. We have to hear about Krishna for a long time. Then gradually that hard heart, our hard hearts will become softened by hearing about Krishna.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we'll stop here today.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you.
His Holiness,
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. His Holiness Bhakti Vignavinash Nasama Maharaj ki Jai. Maharaj, you reached okay there?
Yeah, no problem.
That's good. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Will we be seeing you tomorrow, Gurudev?
Tomorrow, what day is it tomorrow? Saturday.
Tomorrow, no, Saturday. So you
Have a class. Yeah, have a Russian class.
Mm.
I won't come tomorrow.
Sunday?
Sunday I'll be here. Okay.
Okay. Then we'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Take care, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So let's continue chanting.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna.